can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Kenny. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause y'all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on a brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keeta. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy.
Welcome in. Happy Friday, everybody. It is almost the weekend. We've almost made it to the weekend. Today we have a little bit of a special stream here. We're going to do something that we don't normally do. We're going to do a tier list, and then we're going to get into the bets after that. So what gave me this idea was last night I was watching the Knicks game, like everyone, Knicks Sixers, and Jalen Brunson did what Jalen Brunson does, absolutely took over, especially late in that game. And the Knicks closed it out and cashed one of our bets in the process. So if you're out there and you were following along with the NBA series bets that we took before round one of the playoffs started, we had a 4-unit play on the Nuggets minus 1.5, which cashed for plus 2.6 units. We had a to win 1-unit bet on the Knicks minus 105 to win that series, which cashed. So we're up plus 3.6 units. And we also had a to win 1-unit bet on the Indiana Pacers to win that series. So that puts us at plus 4.6 units on the NBA series bets. And that will either go up to 5.6 units with the Mavs winning tonight, or if the Mavs lose that series, down to 3.6. But regardless, we locked up a nice cash with the series bets. But last night I'm watching the Knicks. Jalen Brunson completely takes over, and I went and checked my Twitter. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you probably saw this, but I found the list that I made last year of top 5 players in the NBA, just dog factor, who I would want in a playoff series. And the list, I had Anthony Edwards number 1 a year ago, and he's obviously gone to new heights this year, but I had Jalen Brunson on that list also. And I think Jalen Brunson has elevated himself. So this gave me the idea we're going to redo that list. I have several categories here. We've got top 5 dog factor. We've got the next 5, so that'd be 6 through 10 spot. We've got coming soon, so that's going to be young guys that I think could take that next step up. Someone like Paolo Banchero comes to mind in that group. Then I've got inconsistent, hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get. Guys that used to have it, has-beens, used to have dog factor, now they're just too old. And then liars is the last tier down here of just pack your bags in and go to Cancun. These guys are playoff frauds. So we're going to put together this tier list, and then we're going to dive into the bets for tonight. So if you guys only tune in for bets, it's going to be a few minutes before we get to that. Apologies there, but I feel like this is fun. Hopefully, if you're in the chat, say hello. Maybe we can get some interaction from the chat on this. I'm not going to rank every player in the NBA, mind you. And this is not, disclaimer, this is not a best players in the NBA list. Again, this is not best players in the NBA. Stephanie, hello. I am not ranking the best players in the NBA. I am ranking dog factor only. So Nikola Jokic, who is far and away the best player in the league, in my opinion, Nikola Jokic is not going to be a top 5. He's not top 5 in dog factor, even though he's the best player. So this is not best players in the NBA, exclusively dog factor. First and foremost, we can go ahead and start. And like I said, if you're in the chat and you want to stake your claim from someone, just let me know and we'll talk about it. But first and foremost, Anthony Edwards, I had him number 1 last year, and he's still number 1 based off what he's done. So we're going to go ahead and we can put Anthony Edwards firmly number one in top 5 dog factor. Stephanie, you got Murray number one. I don't think he's number one, but Jamal Murray is definitely in my top 5. So I agree with you there. I saw this stat. I don't know who tweeted it, but someone said he has the biggest differential in terms of his averages in the regular season to what he averages in the playoffs. He has the biggest positive differential in NBA history I saw, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, let's go ahead and put Jamal Murray was not on my list last year. I think he's firmly in the top 5 right now. So I agree with that. We're going to put Jamal Murray in there. And that's not recency bias because he did it in last year's playoffs too. Someone else that I think is top 5 is obviously Jalen Brunson, who I had 5 last year. I think he's probably moved up to that 3-4 range. So yeah, give me Jalen Brunson in the top 5 as well. So I think that 3 is I think that 3 is clear. Top 5 dog factor. I think you can debate the other spots. Luka, I agree. True Love, I had Luka in my top 5 last year. I agree. Same thing. This dates back to when he single-handedly beat the Suns in a playoff series. He just has that aura about him. So I agree. Luka Doncic is going to go in the top 5 as well. So we have one more top 5 spot to give out. And then we have the rest of the top 10, 6 through 10. This is where I think you can get into debates. I think you have, Jimmy Butler has proven himself, I think, numerous times. Damian Lillard, I feel like people's image of Lillard is tainted right now because he's hurt. But, I mean, we saw what he did in that first game of the series when he was healthy. We've seen him do it throughout his years in Portland in the playoffs, pretty much by himself. I think he's up in the mix. De'Aaron Fox is in the mix. He likes to take over late in games. He's only been in the playoffs once. Last year they played that series against the Warriors, and he had a couple 40-point games in that series. So I think he's up there. So those are 3 that come to mind. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I think you could maybe put in the mix, but at the same time, he's kind of like mild-mannered, I feel. So I don't know. Tatum, I don't think Tatum, I don't know. I love Jason Tatum. I'm a big Jason Tatum fan, but I don't really think he has dog factor. He's a little bit mild-mannered as well. I'm trying to think here. Guys that I think are in consideration, I named Jimmy Butler, Dame Lillard. I think Josh Hart is in the mix here. If I don't put Josh Hart 5, I think Josh Hart's firmly in this 6 through 10 spot. So I just don't know if there's someone I want to put above Josh Hart. I'm trying to scroll through some of these players. I think LeBron is up there. People knock LeBron. I'm not going to put LeBron top 5, but he's definitely in the top 10. People give LeBron crap for his clutch moment performances, but he's had a couple, just monster game 7s in his career. Dewan, what's up? So I think LeBron belongs in that 6 to 10 range. So I'm not going to put him in the top. I think really this 5 spot is up for debate. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to go. I think it's between Jimmy Butler and Josh Hart is my picks. Is this career or this year? This is this can be career definitely, but I mean a lot of this is younger players, so it's the last few years. It's not specifically for this year though, because Luka really burst on the scene against the Suns a few years ago when they beat them in that playoff series. So it's definitely career, which is why I have the old head section down here, has-beens, guys that used to have it. There's gonna be a couple Golden State Warriors on this has-been section. I can tell you that right now, but I think it's Josh Hart and Jimmy Butler. I know Jimmy Butler was hurt this year, but I think I'm gonna put Jimmy. I don't want to put him just because of this absurd picture. This picture is so absurd, but I'm gonna put him in there. All right, there's our top 5. Top 5 in dog factor in the NBA: Anthony Edwards, Jamal Murray, Jalen Brunson, Luka Doncic, Jimmy Butler. That's my list, and I think you can debate Jimmy Butler if you want to. Next 5. 6 through 10, definitely Josh Hart goes in there. Josh Hart has elevated himself from role player to you can make a case he's the best rebounding guard in all of basketball. He just does what it takes to win. And I love watching him play basketball. So Josh Hart belongs in there. I said I'm going to put LeBron in that next range, so we can slide him in there. Like I said, Joker, although he's the best player, like, I don't know, he just doesn't I don't ever see him have that attitude, I guess, you know? Like, he's just so, like, nonchalant. He just goes out there and just does it. Like, you'll think he's having a bad game, and you'll look at the box score, and he's got, like, 25, 12, and 8. Like, the way he does it is so calm. I said De'Aaron Fox was on my list last year, so we can slide him in to the next range. He just doesn't have an opportunity really because his team didn't make the playoffs this year, but we can slide him in there. Trying to look through some more of these guys. Yeah, Chad, if you have other names, you can go ahead throw them at me for 6 through 10. I'm gonna put De'Aaron Fox in for sure. I'm a big De'Aaron Fox fan too. Maxi, yeah, Maxi, that's a good call. You're not gonna like this, but Mitchell, oh no, I cannot put Donovan Mitchell is not okay. Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell would crack this list. I agree with that. But he hasn't been Utah Donovan Mitchell. Like Luca is still Luca. Jimmy Butler is still Jimmy Butler. He just did it last year. LeBron still played extremely well in that playoff series. I haven't seen it for a number of years from Mitchell. So I'm gonna take that off. Maxi is a good one. I definitely think you could put Maxi in there. I definitely think you could put. I'm fine putting Maxi in. Maxi's gonna go in this. All right, so we got one more spot for the next 10. Like Wemby, spiders broke. I agree. The one Wemby is kind of like on that Joker tier. Like I don't see him ever. Like they're both just so like they just do what they do. I don't think those guys have it. So I'm not gonna put them up there. Like I said, I want to put Paolo in that next up tier. So I would maybe consider putting him in the 6 to 10, but I'm not. I'm not going to. I think. Oh man, we can maybe put Shea. We can maybe put Shea Gilgeous in here. I think Ja Morant could go in here. Ja just again hasn't had that opportunity because he's been like he needs to get his head on straight, getting suspended. Drew Holiday, I could see. Drew Holiday might actually be my pick. Kyrie is right in there too. I agree with that. But Kyrie's hit or miss because although he's playing great this season, he's been inconsistent the last few seasons prior to that. But you know, Kyrie's my favorite player, so typically I would put him on here. I think it's between Drew Holiday and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea is obviously going to impact the game much more offensively. Drew can kind of do it all around. Drew has won a title, obviously. Stephanie likes Kyrie too. Yeah, yeah. I'm down to put Kyrie in over Drew or Shea. I feel like Drew is underrated. Like he gets a bad rep, but Drew, you need Drew to win NBA titles. Like the Bucks don't win that title without Drew Holiday. Shea disappears. Yeah, he's like a Luca. Like he just does what he does. Like I don't know. He doesn't really ever have that like sauce to me. I don't know. I'm down to put Kyrie in because he's my boy anyways. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Let me find the Mavericks on here. Here we go. All right, we'll put Kyrie in. All right, coming soon. This is, like I said, this is a tier of young guys that I think are going to be those next up when they get the opportunity. I already said Paolo's going in this tier. I love how he's played in this Cavs series. This is a young team that he's on. I think the Magic are here to stay. I think they're going to be good for a number of years. So we're going to put Paolo Banchero in the coming soon tier. I'll go ahead and put Ja Morant in there as well once the Grizzlies get back to the playoffs. So I'll put him in there. Um, hmm. Like I said, Wemby, I just don't think that's him. So I'm gonna say no. What are you in chat? Chat, yeah, Chet, I agree, is in the coming soon tier. Chet has more, I feel like, of that factor than Shea, so we'll throw him in there. What do you guys think? I feel like I can't tell if Cade is that guy or not. The Pistons are just so bad. It's tough for me to tell. But I feel like Cade could be that guy if the Pistons were good. In or out on Cade? Also, I'm seeing these reports about Lakers coach. I definitely could see them hiring JJ Redick, and I definitely could see them hiring Ty Lue if the Clippers lose round one and they fire Ty Lue. I think it's probably going to come down to Ty Lue and JJ Redick. Obviously, we know JJ is very close to LeBron. So if the Lakers are looking at a way to keep LeBron around and have him not really look at the free agency landscape, I think bringing in a JJ Redick or a Ty Lue both. Obviously, we know LeBron's relationship with Ty Lue from his time in Cleveland. They won a title here together. Most certainly, I think that would be a way to get LeBron back engaged with the Lakers. So I would look for either JJ or Ty Lue to be the Lakers' next coach. And I would look for LeBron. I think LeBron will stay with the Lakers. I don't want to listen to all these rumors all summer. I don't think Bronny, if Bronny does get drafted, I think it'll be late enough to where the Lakers could either pick him or pick him up as an undrafted free agent. So if you're saying that, like, oh, a team's going to jump up and draft Bronny in the top 10 and get LeBron, I don't see that happening. So I do think it's likely LeBron's on the Lakers next year with one of JJ Redick or Ty Lue as the coach and with Bronny on the roster. All right. I don't know if there's anyone else I want to put in this coming soon tier. There's a couple guys you could debate. Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball, both I think are in that tier. But like I said, it's like the Hornets are just so bad. We haven't got a chance to see it yet. Obviously, the LaMelo struggled with staying healthy. I don't want to put two Hornets in there. So who do we think between Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball? Which one should we put in? One of them should go in that next tier, I feel like. Actually, Jalen Suggs definitely has dog factor. So I'm gonna put him in the coming soon tier as well, along with Paolo Banchero. I love how Jalen Suggs has played this series again against the Cavs. I think both he and Banchero have played amazing. So I'm gonna put Jalen Suggs in there. I want to put a Hornet in there. I just don't know which one. And I think that might wrap up the coming soon tier. Hmm. I'm gonna slide in. I'll just leave it. Houston guy that just missed the playoffs. Jalen Green, I definitely feel like could be in that tier, maybe. Definitely. I could see that. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it be. Hit or miss. This is guys that are inconsistent. Sometimes they bring it, sometimes they don't. I think Trae Young falls into that tier. We've seen some dog from him in the past in the playoffs. Went into Madison Square Garden and did what he did, beat the Knicks in a playoff series. He was giving it to the crowd. He was kind of thriving on that. But at the end of the day, Trae Young affects the game in one way, and that's on offense. He really doesn't do much else. So it's tough for me to elevate him higher than this, but he's definitely in that inconsistent tier. Uh, I'm gonna put Paul George in that inconsistent tier because we know the legend of playoff P, but there's been times during his time with the Clippers that playoff P has not shown up. And you said Paul George and Harden, yeah, agree. Harden cannot. I can't even put him in this. Harden's going in this liar tier, man. I'm sick of James Harden. I'm sick of him. So we're gonna put PG in the hit or miss. I got my list for the liars. I mean, just right out. Um, yeah, I don't think we need to add really anyone else in here, to be honest. Both those guys are definitely hit or miss. I would say, I mean, there's guys like Julius Randle are hit or miss, most definitely. I'll put Donovan Mitchell to okay to bridge the gap there. We'll put Donovan Mitchell in the hit or miss because I have seen it from him in Utah, but it has not been present during his time with the Cavs. So we'll put Mitchell in hit or miss. DeRozan, I feel like could go hit or miss. Clay liars. Clay's has been. I think he used to definitely be that guy, but we haven't seen it for some time, mainly due to the health issues. But yeah, I think Clay used to be that, but unfortunately, that time has passed. Uh, Michael Bridges, I feel like we could put in the coming soon tier, maybe. He fits in, man. Why do we not have Michael Bridges on this Knicks team? Aside from the Villanova connection, like tell me he doesn't fit so perfectly with this New York Knicks team. Get Michael Bridges there. And like I want Brunson, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Michael Bridges. I want all the Villanova guys on the same team. Please, can the Nets just take Julius Randle and a bunch of garbage for Bridges? Please. We need Michael Bridges on that Knicks team. I'm putting Bridges in the coming soon. I know he's not a young guy like Chet or Bankero, but like eh, he doesn't get in the playoffs. Like he's on the Nets. Like are the Nets really gonna be making deep playoff runs? Like I don't think so. We need to get that guy to New York. Well, I guess he's in New York. He's on Brooklyn, but get him to MSG. Get him away from the Barclays Center, please, please, please. All right. Is there anyone else? I feel like MPJ could be on that coming soon. He's balled out, dude. He's so nasty. I'm gonna put him on the coming soon. All right. Has-beens, first and foremost, Russell Westbrook is going on the has-beens. Hey, Russ, you got to hang it up, buddy. I hate seeing these guys go out sad, and he's going out sad right now. Yeah, just got to hang it up. We're gonna put Marcus Smart on this has-beens list. Used to be that guy, now he is not. We're gonna put Pat Bev on this list. I feel like Dame should crack this though. I don't care if this is next up, but I'm gonna put Dame on the next 5. I know this is more than 5, but I don't care. Dame has to be on this list. Bobby Portis has dog in him too. Damn. I might have to change this next 5 to just like the next group because I'm gonna put Bobby Portis in this list. Bobby Portis deserves to be on the dog factor list. Smart gets a pass due to injury. I guess, but he's on Memphis now. Like, is he really gonna like? I don't know. CP3 is on the has-beens for sure. I actually no. CP3 is going on the liars. I'm sick of CP3. He's going on the liars. Where's Pat Bev? Has-beens, Pat Bev. Do we have anyone? Clay and Dre are both has-beens. Where's Clay? Here we go. Okay, put him in there. Are we missing anyone else? You know who honestly has a dog factor that hasn't played? I don't even remember the last time this guy played in a game. Is he even on this list? I gotta see if this guy's on this list. I don't think he's on here. Unless I'm just missing it. Dylan Brooks is fake dog factor. Also, I don't hear shit about Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks is fake dog factor. That guy's whole life is a lie. I don't know. I don't think who I'm thinking of is on here. Oh, he is. Steven Adams. Steven Adams is has been, man. Steven Adams has dog factor. Steven Adams is dog factor. He just has that guy. When was the last time Steven Adams played in a basketball game? Does anybody know? It has to be like a year ago at least. I don't even remember the last time that guy played in a game. I miss Steven Adams. Get that guy back on the court. Yeah, Kevin Durant can go on has-beens also. Where's he at? KD can go on has-beens. Am I missing this? Oh, here we go. We'll put KD on there. Brad Beal can certainly go on there. This has-beens chart is filling up here. I'm going to put Drew in that next grouping since we increased it also. You know, I'm going to put Derek White in there too. Derek White's got dog. I like Derek White's game a lot. Beal's broke too. Yeah, no kidding, man. That guy's making 50 mil next year. No shot. No shot. Oh, biggest one on the has-beens. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard used to have it. Now he does not. The Morris brothers would be on the has-beens, but since they got bitched by the Jokic brothers, that removes them from my list. All right, am I missing any has-beens or can we go to the final category? I don't know if I'm missing anyone here. Also, someone let me know. Should we put Cade? Should we put Cade in the coming soon or not? I can't tell with him. I think it's 50-50. I need to see it to believe it. I don't want to put Curry on has-been either because Curry still has it, man. Curry's the one guy that he still got it. I feel bad for him. He's stuck on this team with these jokers, man. Okay, liars. This is easy. Liars, number one liar. We got to put Chris Paul in. We have to put Darius Garland is a liar. Get that guy out of here. I'm sick of that guy. He's a liar. D'Angelo Russell, get ready to join the liar tier and get that guy out of here. Ben Simmons, liar. Devin Booker, liar. This is actually funny. Oh my God. The whole Pelicans team. CJ McCollum, get in the liar tier. Zion played good in his one game, but then he sat out. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of Zion. He definitely showed me some dog factor in that game, but he went out injured and never came back. I mean, I can't look, maybe he's really hurt, right? I don't know. I can't say anything against that, but at the same time, you know, it's like Damian Lillard has like Achilles concerns, and he came out and played another game, and this guy just had a hammy and didn't. I don't know. Zion, the jury's out on Zion. I don't know. Brandon Ingram can go in that liars tier though. Get this guy up here, liar. I was a big Brandon Ingram fan when he was on the Lakers. Thought he was gonna be next up. I've been mistaken. That's not been the case. Who said something about Embiid is kind of a liar. I agree with you, Stephanie. I'm gonna put him. Can I put Embiid there? He definitely lies. They have not done anything with him as the centerpiece, and I think that this shows how the NBA is. The only center in the NBA that you can win a title with as your best player is Nikola Jokic. You cannot win in the NBA with a center as your best player unless it's Nikola Jokic because he's so much different than anybody else. I don't think the Sixers can ever win a title with him as the centerpiece of their team. I just don't think they can. So I could put him in liar. Oh my God. Speaking of the Sixers, biggest liar of them all. Tobias Harris is the biggest liar. Get him in there. Tobias Harris just scored 0 points last night in a must-win playoff game. He scored 0 points. He scored as many as us. Holy cow, that guy's bad. Ayton is a liar, most certainly. I agree with True Love in chat. Get Ayton in there. Yeah, I wish Doc Rivers was on here. I would love to put him in this liars tier. I wish they had coaches on here. I think this is a pretty good list, though. Oh, Harden's going liar. Man, should I put Embiid there? Oh, should I do it? I wish I should have added Doc Rivers in here. I didn't think about that. I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. I could put Embiid here. I could put Embiid in the hit or miss. But like Embiid's not really hit or miss. Embiid does what he does every game. Even hurt, he does it. It's just the team isn't good. I'm gonna leave Embiid out of it. I'm not gonna do anything about Embiid. Any of these Bulls guys could go in liars. Levine, what do we think? Levine could be liar potential. I think we're good. I think this is a good list. I'm gonna tweet this list out later. We can see what the good folks of Twitter think about our list. If you guys joined late, this is not best players in the NBA. This is dog factor only rankings NBA. I got to change the name of this next 5 to just the next tier or something because we obviously put more than 5 in. But I think it's a good list overall. Chat, thank you for the help. I feel pretty good about this list. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, and I'll post that after we get off the stream. All right, we're going to dive into some bets now. I haven't officially taken anything for baseball yet, but there are some spots that I'm interested in. So we're going to talk about it. For NBA tonight, I think that there is just the two. No second round has starts tonight, right? That's tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Nuggets, Timberwolves. Tonight's the other 2 games of Cavs, Magic, and Mavericks, Clippers. So hopefully the Mavs win and just finish that out. That would be ideal. Cavs, I assume will win, but guess it's on the road, so I have no idea. Definitely could go 7 games there in that one. So, all right, I'm gonna pull up Bet Karma. I will, like I said, I'll tweet this list out later. And we can dive into this baseball slate. Oh, I'm logged out. No. I'm logged out. It logged me out. All right. Well, I'm going to keep this up, but we're not going to have the splits because I don't feel like logging in. I'm going to have to like change my screen, log in. This is too much. So I guess I could just pull up FanDuel maybe. We could do that. All right, let's just do that. I'm just gonna pull FanDuel up. Also, do you guys bet? If you're in the chat, do you guys bet on the Kentucky Derby? Someone let me know. I don't. I'm not the biggest horse racing guy. I mean, I'll put a couple bucks on it just for fun to watch it, but I'm not the biggest horse racing guy. So if anyone has any Kentucky Derby picks in the chat, you can drop them. But I'm not ever going to tout something I don't know anything about, and I don't know anything about horse racing. So you will not be getting any picks from me on this. I might post tomorrow in the Discord what I'm playing, just if you guys want to have some fun. Like it's not going to be a lot of money, just for fun, but I might post that in the Discord tomorrow. All right. Free 20 from FanDuel. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely put a couple bucks on it for fun. You pretty much have to, but I'm not gonna like come on here and like I know what I'm talking about with horse racing and like tell you what to bet on. But I'll post my picks in the Discord if you guys like if we can get a sweat going together. All right. So tonight, like I said, big baseball slate. I haven't taken anything yet. First thing that stuck out to me on this slate, this Giants Phillies game, Aaron Nola, Jordan Hicks. This is a really fun game. Jordan Hicks has been like, look, it gets if you're a Cardinals fan, like you have to just be in complete shambles right now because if you look at the St. Louis Cardinals, rather, they have just completely mismanaged so many young up and coming players. They gave up too early on Randy Arozarena. They gave up too early on Adolis Garcia. They traded Zach Gallen at one point. They gave up on Jordan Hicks. They gave up on Jack Flaherty, who just shoved it down their face and struck out like 14 against them a couple days ago. Jordan Hicks could have been doing this on the Cardinals, but they clearly have a problem developing players, especially pitchers. So Cardinals fans just have to be in shambles. But Jordan Hicks has been incredible this year. He's got a 1.59 ERA, 2.49 expected ERA. The strikeouts aren't crazy from him, but that doesn't matter when you're, not giving up hard contact. You're not giving up a high will, but like he's kind of pitching to contact a little bit, and he's been very, very good doing so. His walk rate, if you look at the last like 5 years, 13%, 10%, 22%, 13%, 11%. This year it's down to 7%. So clearly something's clicking in terms of that walk rate. The control's been really good. So it's been really fun to watch Jordan Hicks this year. I think that's a really fun matchup. I don't know if I'll be betting it, especially because the total's 7.5. But yeah, that's a super fun pitching matchup there. And if you're, like I said, if you're a Cardinals fan, I mean, you just have to be in shambles. Hunter Green, Cole Irvin. This is kind of a fun game too. I would lean Reds. I want to see what the Reds record is. Can we see what the Reds? I want to see if I can see what the Reds record is at home. I feel like the Reds have been really good at home, but I could be wrong. 9-7. Yeah, so nothing crazy. Cubs are 10-3 at home. That's pretty crazy. Braves are 11-4 at home. That looks like the best numbers. Orioles 12-7 at home, 8-4 away. Royals 12-5 at home. That's pretty crazy. Interesting. That's a fun game too. We've kind of bet on Cole Irvin a number of times this year. Hunter Green, like he's kind of let us down in some spots, but the numbers still look really good. 2.51 expected ERA, 35% hard hits is good, 30% strikeouts is really good. 256 expected WOBA is really good. 180 expecting batting average. Reds could be a play because at least for first 5. Because obviously they're winning that pitching matchup there between Cole Irvin's, 4.21 expected ERA, only 15% strikeouts, like much better spot for Cincinnati. So Cincy first 5, that could be going on my card for sure. I'm gonna put that in the first maybe tier. Is Cincy first 5. I don't really want to touch Toronto and Washington. Toronto has really struggled to score runs as of late, so I'm just going to look to avoid that if possible. Texas. Texas looks interesting to me. Brady Singer, I just can't figure out. After his first start, it kind of looked like he was back, but the numbers are just not good. His expected ERA is 2 full runs higher than his actual. The strikeouts are definitely back up. They're 24.5% compared to that 18% last year, but he's walking almost 10% of batters. I don't know. He hasn't been great. He throws a lot of sinkers and a lot of sliders. I want to see what Texas does against sinkers. I feel like they hit them pretty well, but let me see. Yeah, 370 WOBA for the. Oh wait, that's Kansas City. Let's see. Yeah, 376 for Texas against sinkers. Only a 14% strikeout rate. Pretty good power as well. I kind of like Texas a little bit here as an underdog. I also could see maybe looking at the over for the game, but I'm gonna look more into that. I'm gonna look more into that. I've said this numerous times this year, but anytime you can get the Dodgers below like -140, I think it's an auto bet. So Dodgers might be my favorite play in the slate. Charlie Morton has not been great this year, and Gavin Stone continues to get unlucky. There's been a couple pitchers like that recently, but once again, I mean, his expected ERA is about a run lower than his actual. I think he's pitched pretty decent compared to the results. So Gavin Stone against Charlie Morton. I like the Dodgers at home. Dodgers on the money line -116 look good to me. I'm gonna definitely look to bet that. Dodgers and Cincy first five, probably my favorite two spots on the slate. And obviously, we've been fading Chris Paddock a couple times. I think you could look at Boston as an underdog too. Chris Paddock's advanced numbers are still pretty bad. 5.62 expected ERA. He's only striking out 17% of batters, 40% hard hits, pretty average. His expecting batting average is 306 allowed compared to 250 last year, so that's pretty bad. There's a lot of fastballs, and I do think Boston is a good fastball hitting team. Let me see if I can pull the numbers up here. Yeah, 370 WOBA. They definitely have some strikeouts. They have a high strikeout lineup as it is, but 233 ISO. So Boston, I'm going to go Boston, Dodgers, and Cincy first five. That's my three favorite bets for today. I'm going to look into totals and stuff after I get off stream. I wish I had the splits up. It logged me out. I need to log back in, and so I can check the splits out. But yeah, three spots I really like for baseball tonight. It looks like. NBA, who do we have in these games tonight? Chat, let me know. Who do we have? Cavs, Magic. Cavs with Magic are 3.5-point favorites, and Mavs are 8-point favorites. So who do we have in these games tonight? Home teams or what? DraftKings is letting me put 100 on that up to promo. What would you do with that promo? I do feel like it's advantageous to take underdogs a couple times on that, just because you're getting a higher payout, obviously, than betting a big favorite. I would probably say you could look at. I don't hate Boston for that. Maybe I don't hate LA, but I don't know. LA is a little worrisome. I feel like for something like that. I know their offense is good, but Boston looks decent. Cincy, I would definitely consider. Cincy or Boston, probably my two favorite time. Nate, you like the Magic, Dwan home teams? Yeah, I think it's home teams tonight. What does that pay? I feel like that's so square, but let me see. Plus 105. I don't hate a little home team parlay, to be quite honest with you. NHL, what do we got going on tonight? Nothing crazy. The Bruins let me down last night. I'm going to be betting them again tomorrow. So just forewarning, we will be betting the Bruins again tomorrow. I know they didn't win last night, but I'm going right back to it. Tomorrow, Canucks, Predators. This is a good series. The Canucks are like never good, so I'm kind of rooting for them in that one. Stars, Golden Knights, I don't really care much about. Tomorrow we'll be betting Boston Bruins, though. I can tell you that right now. I don't hate the home team parlay. Plus 105. If you guys joined late, you can go back and rewatch. We ranked some NBA players. That was fun. Baseball spots for me today. Like I said, Cincy first 5 is going on my card. The Dodgers are going on my card. Boston is going on my card. Most definitely. Those 3 spots will definitely be going on my card. And I'm going to dive into some totals after stream here. For NBA, I don't hate this home team parlay, but I don't know if I will bet anything. I'm just gonna root for the Mavericks to cash our bet. We should. I mean, they're 8-point favorites, right? We should be automatically plus a unit today based off that. Like they should close this out tonight. Hopefully. But thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow I want to go live at 3, but I just found out I have a meeting at I think I have a meeting at 2:30, so I don't know if we'll be going live. If I don't go live tomorrow, I do have a meeting. So if not, next Saturday we will do a stream. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord, but I would assume I cannot go live at 3. This meeting's probably going to be an hour. It'll probably be 3:30, 3:40 before I get out of it. We have some stuff going on behind the scenes here at the company. But thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, really appreciate it. Good luck with your wagers tonight. Hop in the Discord so you can tail us all weekend and get access to the tools. betkarma.com/pricing. If you want to play DFS with us, dfskarma.com/pricing. Football is on the horizon, baby. It's coming soon. We're going to crush baseball all summer right into football. But I'll be back. For sure, I'll be back Monday, 3 p.m. to recap the weekend. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck with your bets this weekend. And I'll see everybody on Monday for sure, potentially tomorrow.